This broadcast is brought to you by the National Lottery Community Fund and the Mystery Lounge CIC. We hope that you enjoy today's production of The Viral Murders, for you're about to be immersed into a world of mystery and intrigue.
Join us as we try to catch a creative killer hell-bent on revenge. There are clues and information scattered across our social media and websites. For more information on how to make the most of this investigation, please visit viralmurders.co.uk or themysteryloungecic.com and follow the links provided.
Our shows are designed to address and raise awareness of sensitive topics that some listeners may find triggering or upsetting.
Before listening to each episode, please read the description. If you've been affected by anything in our episodes, please go to our main website, themysteryloungecic.com/signpost. Some of our episodes will contain language that some listeners may find offensive.
Thank you for listening. If you'd like to donate towards future productions, please visit our website at themysteryloungecic.com to find out how.
We hope you enjoy the show.
Hello, Kiltondale Police Station. How can I help you?
Interview conducted with Ardelia Mapp on the 15th of March 2020. Thank you for coming. I don't know what use I'll be. That's what we're here to find out. Okay, well, what can I do for you? Tell me about your old friends. From school? Yes. I don't know what I can tell you. Emily and I are still dating, and I speak to Rose on occasion, but beyond that, the others I only see in person. I mean, of course I try to avoid Patrick. I don't blame you. How do you feel about Emily and Mr. Walters? Well, it sucks, but he can't do nothing about it. Nothing. Well, not much. I mean, it's not like he's going to leave his wife. She'll soon see that eventually, I suppose. No? I think she's under the impression that he will. She'll find out the hard way then. And you'll be there to comfort her, I assume. Well, of course. Smart. Thank you. All righty then. I think that's everything. Oh, that were quick. You've, not exactly been helpful. And you were doing so well at being nice. You can go. Oh, thank you. Strange young lady, that one. Today's date is the 18th of March, 2020. I'm interviewing one Alex Castle. How are you today?
I'm okay. Shouldn't you be out arresting people who are buying too much loo roll?
That's not a crime. That's just stupidity.
Surely stupidity should be a crime by now.
Oh, sadly not.
So, what do you want to talk to me about, Detective?
I heard you'd been stockpiling toilet roll and wanted to find out if that was true.
Are you serious?
What do you think?
Yes, I bought a few extra loo rolls. Tell you what, if I give you some, will you let me go?
Bribing a police officer with toilet roll, now that is illegal.
Oh, what do you really want?
Your sister.
Oh, what about her?
Tell me about your relationship with her.
Not much to tell, really.
She's 20 years older than you, right?
Yes.
So, you didn't really know each other when you were growing up, then?
No, not really.
What about now?
What about now?
How close are you now?
Oh, fairly close.
What changed?
She was the only one in my family who supported my transition.
Your transition?
Yes.
And what about her husband?
What about him?
Do you get on with him?
In what sense?
Do you like him?
Oh, he's all right.
And how does he feel about you?
Oh, you'd have to ask him.
And what's their relationship like?
Fine, I guess.
You guess?
Yeah, they seem happy.
Seem happy?
Yes, with their arrangement.
What arrangement?
Well, Lorraine doesn't mind him having an affair, as long as it means he leaves her alone.
I see. Do they, sleep in the same bedroom?
No, they don't. They even have their own panic rooms.
Why is that?
I think Lorraine would kill him if they were ever stuck in a tiny space together.
I thought you said they got on just fine.
They do, as long as they don't spend too much time together.
I see.
Why is this important, Detective?
Oh, it's not.
Right.
Does Mr. Walters like his job?
I think so.
He's quite important, isn't he?
Yes, he's the general manager for this area.
Was he popular at school?
Fairly? Why?
It seems as though all his old school friends died under suspicious circumstances.
Really?
Yes, I was just wondering if there was any kind of, I don't know, malice between them.
Well, no, he still speaks to most of them.
Yeah. How did he get on with Major Maddox and his family?
Oh, they had a few issues, but nothing serious.
Like what?
Oh, I don't know, noise complaints, that sort of thing.
Yeah. And why do you think your sister would lie on the stand?
What?
I said, why did your sister lie on the stand in Rachel's trial?
Oh, I don't know. You'd have to ask her. She doesn't tell me things like that.
Why not?
Because she doesn't trust me.
And why wouldn't she trust you?
Probably because I tried to blackmail her a while back.
And why would you do that then?
Well, I needed money.
And did she find out?
Yes.
And what did she do?
She asked me why.
Then what?
Well, I explained I needed the money for my surgery.
Then what?
She gave me the money.
Why would she help you?
Because she's my sister.
Was she not angry that you tried to blackmail her?
Oh, of course.
Yet she gave you the money anyway.
Yes, she did.
Why?
Well, I told you she's my sister.
All righty then. Well, I think that's everything.
Oh, can I go?
You can go.
Okay. Well, thank you, Detective. It's been, interesting.
Indeed it has. Right, today is the 19th of March, 2020. I'm interviewing one Mrs. Walters.
Am I under suspicion, Detective?
No, well, possibly.
Possibly.
That depends on how this interview goes.
Oh, well, all right.
Tell me about your old school friends.
Which ones? I was very popular.
The ones who died recently.
Oh, okay. Well, there's not much to tell, really.
Oh? Well, in that case, tell me about Millie instead.
Well, what about her? You've already asked me about her.
She died in your care, didn't she?
She did?
And how did her family feel about that?
I wouldn't know. I didn't really ask them. Honestly, I don't even think they know it was me.
No, I think her brother might.
Well, if he does, he's not said anything to me.
Interesting. How was your marriage?
Fine. Tom's still having an affair, if that's what you're asking.
And how do you feel about that?
It means he leaves me alone.
You're friends with Rose Manning, right?
Yes. Why?
How do you know her?
She was in rehab. I was her nurse.
Oh, she was in rehab? She never mentioned that.
I'm sure she wouldn't, Detective. I mean, she's not exactly proud of how she got there. And if her parents found out, well, let's just say there'll be a lot of trouble.
And how did she end up there?
I'm not at liberty to say. You'll have to ask her.
What's her relationship like with Robert?
It's all right, I suppose.
You suppose?
In my personal opinion, he doesn't treat her well at all.
In what sense?
Well, normally he's all right, but I've been over there when Patrick's been around.
And?
And he changes.
Interesting. I'll have to ask her about that. What about your old neighbour, Rachel?
What about her?
Your statement put her in prison.
Yes, I'm well aware of that. Yes, I feel bad.
Why would you feel bad, Mrs. Walters? You helped put a murderer behind bars.
Because I was wrong, all right?
Whatever do you mean?
There was a suicide note.
I know.
How?
I saw it. And yes, I noticed it was missing after you'd been inside the house that day.
Then why didn't you say anything?
Would you have confessed to taking it?
No.
Well, that's why I didn't say anything.
Oh.
Why did you take it?
I noticed the handwriting was just wrong.
Yeah, right. All righty then, Mrs. Walters. You can go.
Is that it?
Yes.
Oh, all right then. Well, goodbye.
Goodbye, and don't leave town.
Oh, I don't intend to. Not with a pandemic looming.
Today is the 22nd of March, 2020. I'm with Emily Nightingale. How are you today, Emily?
That depends
On what?
on whether you're going to accuse me of anything.
Would I do that?
Yes?
I've just got a few questions, that's all.
Okay, detective, ask away.
Tell me about your friends.
Which ones?
Your old school friends.
You mean the group I used to hang out with?
Yes, that group.
Not much to tell, really. We were friends at school, and then we drifted apart.
Do you, speak to any of your old friends?
I'm close to Ardelia, and I still get on with Rose, but otherwise, not really.
So, you say you just drifted apart.
Well, it was more like we fell out.
Why? What happened?
Something we did.
What did you do?
We did something really bad.
Was it to do with, what happened to, Major Maddox?
In a way, yes.
In a way?
I don't really want to say any more than that.
Okay, well, what's your relationship like with the friends you are still in contact with?
Pretty good. Ardelia and I have always been close. And I speak to Rose from time to time.
What about Patrick?
Drake? Oh gosh, no. I try to avoid him where possible, especially after...
The laxatives?
Yes.
And Robert?
I see him when I visit Rose, but we're not close. I don't like how he treats her.
What do you mean?
Oh, you know how it is, detective. Boy meets girl, girl falls for boy. Boy treats girl poorly, girl is completely oblivious.
Well, have you, tried to talk to her about it?
Everyone has.
How does she react?
She just laughed and said, "That's what men are like."
Is that so? How did that, make you feel?
Concerned. Otherwise, it's none of my business, really.
You, work for Kiltech. Isn't that right?
You know full well that I do.
As Mr. Walter's personal assistant.
Yes? Are we just going round in circles, or is there an actual point to this?
There's a point to this. You're in a relationship with Mr. Walters, right?
Are you asking if I'm having an affair with my boss?
I'm fairly sure you were the one who told me.
Did I?
I believe so.
All right then. Yes, I'm having an affair with Thomas.
Does his wife know?
If not, she will soon.
What do you mean?
He says he's planning on leaving her.
They always say that. But they never actually do.
He bought me a flat, you know.
Ah, so he pays for your services.
You mean like a prostitute?
If that's how you want to put it, then yes, that's exactly what I mean.
I'm not a prostitute.
Okay, concubine.
Not much better.
Alrighty then, what are you?
Human?
Right. Do you, think he loves you?
Yes.
You can't honestly believe that.
As much as he can.
Just as you like. How does Ardelia feel about this arrangement?
She understands.
Does Thomas know about Ardelia?
Of course.
And how does he feel about it?
He says he's okay with it as long as he can have a threesome one day.
And is that likely to happen?
No, she's gay.
Sounds like you've got the perfect thing going.
I do.
When do you plan to tell Thomas?
Tell him what?
Tell him that he's not going to get his threesome.
Oh, I don't know. I guess he'll realize at some point.
Right.
Oh, like you're perfect.
I'm always honest with my partners.
Partners? As in multiple at the same time?
Yes.
So, you're a slut?
Yes.
But you are a slut?
Well, yes. But I'm the one asking the questions, not you.
Sorry, Detective. Did I upset you?
No, your ignorance didn't upset me.
Ignorant? Considering what you know about me? You can do better.
I'm sure I will.
You're welcome to try.
And next time I'll succeed.
Of course. That's because you're an asshole.
Thank you. Anyway, you haven't really spoken about Rachel.
Rachel?
Maddox. Rachel Maddox.
Oh, yes. I see her around work, but I don't really talk to her much.
Why?
Because of what happened to her dad.
She blamed you?
Well, it was partly my fault.
How so?
As I've already said, it's not something I'm prepared to talk about.
Interesting. So, you blame yourself for Rachel's crime?
She didn't kill him.
No?
No.
Do you know who did?
He did. He killed himself.
Are you sure? Do you have any evidence to support this?
No, it's just a hunch.
When did you start to suspect this?
At the time.
Did you, say anything?
No. Nothing.
Why not?
I don't know.
I understand.
Right.
What did you do to him?
Something bad. That's all I'm prepared to say.
You tried to warn him, though, didn't you?
I did. Yes. How do you know?
I'm a detective, it's what I do.
Of course. Is that everything? Can I go now?
I think so, yes.
Okay. Goodbye, Detective.
Goodbye.
Oh. Detective?
Yes?
If you need to contact me, don't.
If I need to speak to you again, Emily, I'll be arresting you.
All right then, Detective. With all due respect, I hope I never see you again.
Charming. Today's date is the 23rd of March, 2020, and I'm interviewing one Patrick Drake.
Are you sure it's safe, Detective?
What?
We're going into complete lockdown. Is it safe to be here?
I can assure you it's perfectly safe.
Well, I'm glad about that.
How did you travel here?
I drove.
Good.
By car.
Yes, thank you for that clarification.
Why is that important?
Well, I'm just checking. All right, I think we should start then.
You think?
Yes, I think. Tell me about your friends from school.
They're all twats. Done. Can I go?
No, we're not done. Why are they all twats?
Because they are. Is that it? Can I go?
No. What did they do?
They all betrayed me.
Betrayed you? How?
We made a pact, and they betrayed me. That's all you need to know.
All righty. Why were you fired from Kiltech?
I was screwed over.
Screwed over? How so?
I reported that bitch Rose. They promised they'd get rid of her. And I was fired instead.
Why do you think that happened?
Because Rose is a slut.
Is that so?
Absolutely.
What makes you say that?
She fucked her boss to keep her job.
Do you think she had a choice?
Of course she did. All women have a choice.
Is that so?
You know what women are like, Detective.
Considering I am one, yes, I'd say I know what women are like.
So you know they use their bodies to screw with men.
What do you mean?
They lead men on and complain about how they get sexually harassed.
Is that what you think women do?
It's what I know women do.
I should arrest you right now.
Arrest me? What for?
For being being an asshole.
That's not a crime.
Oh, I'm sure I can find a reason to put you away.
Not if this conversation's being recorded.
I've lost interview tapes before. I'm sure no one would be overly worried if yours went missing.
I'm sure they'd notice if I was arrested for no good reason.
They would indeed. They'll throw street parties.
You'd be doing the world a disservice.
Would I now?
Yes, you would.
Okay. You nearly killed several people at the news station, didn't you?
What?
Fed your competition laxatives.
Oh, yes. Yes, I remember that.
Yes, several people ended up in hospital. Emily nearly died, I believe.
I know. It was really funny.
Well, I'm sure it was for you, not so much fun for them.
Is that everything, Detective?
Oh, I think so. Besides, you're too dumb to have pulled this off.
Too dumb. Too dumb. To do what?
To hack into the Kiltech systems.
Too dumb. Well, let me tell you something.
You'll tell me what, Patrick?
You're useless.
Uh-huh.
And if I wanted to commit a crime, you wouldn't ever suspect me.
Of course.
I'm done. Goodbye, Miss Powers.
Detective, to you.
Whatever.
Oh, idiot.